Of all the video game movies released this year, this is the one that made the most sense to make. While the Assassin's Creed series is well past its peak, the premise of the games, i.e. person goes into a virtual realm in order to learn about various events and people in order to combat a threat in the real world, has already proven itself to be a sound base for an entire movie. Remember The Matrix? Just repurpose that with, say, a pinch of Kingdom of Heaven, and boom, you got your Assassin's Creed movie. Heck, with how reliving one's ancestors works in the Assassin's Creed games, you can solve that whole diversity issue within the films industry by employing a slew of diverse actors and directors and film on various famous locales around the world. This film had the potential to do a lot of good beyond being, potentially, the first good video game movie, so how did it turn out? Well, let me sum it up with this one clip.
You were the chosen one! It was said that you would destroy the Sith, not join them!
Let's be clear, the Assassin's Creed movie is not the worst video game movie released all year, but that's a lowly accomplishment given the competition. It's an absolutely brain-dead drudge, full of dreadful editing and aimless direction that wastes a cast of talented actors on a film that takes its asinine ideas far too seriously. But I'm getting ahead of myself. The story goes to a criminal named Cal Lynch. Get it? Because he kills people? Because assassin? Yeah, that's the kind of writing to expect in this film. It's saved from an execution thanks to the Templars who, in turn, wanted to relive the memories of an ancestor, said ancestor being Angelar, an assassin who was the last person to know the location of the Apple of Eden, and this could lead the Templars right to it, which in turn would allow them to wipe out the assassins. Which is a massive contrivance that assumes in the hundreds of years since he had the apple, that no one else would have uncovered its location. It's particularly nonsensical given the infamous individual who happens to have it in their possession, but I'd prefer not to spoil who exactly the Assassin's Creed movie decided to play fast and loose with their history. The film aims to be The Matrix, but misses the mark so profoundly that it makes you wonder why the filmmakers decided to drop the bullet time and thought-provoking philosophy that made that film work in favor of drawing from an incredibly insipid pool of ideas. How dumb is this film? There's a scene that implied the reason Lynch committed crimes is due to said activities being hereditary. Yeah. And this seems followed up by Fassbender repeating, "I'm hungry." Again. Yeah. Then again, stupidity shouldn't be surprising, given the studio who made this film thought that releasing it mere days after the newest Star Wars film was a good idea. I kid you not, there is a scene where somebody actually utters the line, "We're feeding a beast, we're only making him stronger." The script would make its way past the first draft of one of the games, featuring so many glaring contrivances, while the dreadful pacing makes even the shortest scene drag on well past the point of tolerance. The action scenes, choreographed as they are, would have been nice to see, it's just a shame that the editing is so atrocious. There's rarely a moment where the camera holds on for more than 3 seconds, making what would have been the saving grace of this film a frantic farce where it's hard to follow what's even going on, especially with the constant cuts from the past to the present and vice versa. Worst of all, this talented cast is wasted thanks to some truly abysmal direction. Fassbender in particular seems lost in any scene where his actions are choreographed to a T, while Coulter blankly stares into the camera whenever she's not sleepily whispering her lines. Jeremy Irons is the only person to get a pass, which is rather unfortunate when you consider that he could have had yet another hammy performance in a video game movie.
With the Dragon Army at my command, I can crush the Empress and control what is rightfully mine. You don't like that, do you? Good. I can use every ounce of your rage.
The one positive I'll give the film is that at least it has the actors speaking Spanish, rather than going the later route of having them speak English in what is supposed to be the time period of the Spanish Inquisition. Other than that, it's a complete waste. Even if you're a hardcore fan of the series, the Assassin's Creed movie could not be any worthier of being skipped, because no amount of faith-leaping, weapon-wielding Easter eggs are worth sitting through this immense slog. So, 0 for 4. Maybe next year will be better? Maybe?